Hi guys, this is Charlotte, the RN Girl Boss. My healthcare business brings in six figures monthly. I am here to share it with you, and these are the top 3 things that I wish I knew when I started my IV hydration business. Thing number one is that I had no idea what my target audience would actually be. I assumed it was going to be hungover people and people with migraines, like people who just needed an IV in the moment, and then I would see them, a few times a year. I was very wrong. That is also not a very sustainable business model. You want repeat customers. You want people who are coming weekly or bi-monthly, like twice a month for their IVs. So honestly, my best demographic is working professionals, people who are hardworking, high income earning. They're tired, they travel a lot, maybe they're dealing with jet lag, they cannot afford to get sick because they're busy, productive human beings. These are the people who invest in their health and wellness, and they are the type of people who will come and get IVs on a regular basis. And repeat customers is what keeps the cash flow coming into the business. Number two, I wish that I fully understood the legal setup for a business, and then also specifically for an IV hydration business. I think I was really intimidated when that prospect of setting up a business was first kind of, bouncing around in my head. I didn't understand the nuances, and I was super confused about what is corporate practice of medicine? How does the medical director and who owns what? How do we interact? What kind of insurance do I need to have? It all felt really intimidating. Looking back on it now, it's actually pretty simple, and I am, pretty non-bothered by it at this point. But back then it felt super intimidating, and I just wish I'd had a little bit more guidance and a little bit more understanding of that process. And number three is that I wish I had some kind of resource guide, somebody to go to. I literally didn't know anybody doing an IV hydration business. Nobody. I would have paid money just to pick up the phone and talk to somebody who could have just answered some of my questions. So while I do not do coaching just because I am super busy running my 7-figure business and that's my top priority, I do have resources that I've created, and it's the things that basically it's my notes. It's my notes that I created over the last 3 years from starting up, trial and error, learning what works, what doesn't, and I put it all together, and I have it available through the link in my bio. And that is honestly, I would have given my right leg for that information, because it took me 9 months to start my business up, and knowing what I know now, probably could get a business up and running in 4 to 6 weeks. So time is money, hugely time is money, and something like a resource or a guide would have been invaluable and would have gotten me up and running even earlier, and I would have truly just given a leg for that. If you're curious about an IV business, even just tiny bit curious, follow along. That's all I talk about. My IV business is my baby, and I am so excited to share it with you guys because it's something that any nurse out there could do, and they should not be stopping themselves from doing it. Don't let fear, don't let uncertainty, don't let I don't know how stop you. This is absolutely worth it, so jump on the train with me.